Next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Witty in Pink. This is a Witbier ale with raspberries, and it is by Barrel of Monks Brewing. Check it out. Hi everybody, it's Rich and welcome to End of the Day Beer Review, and today we are looking at Witty in Pink. This is a Witbier ale with raspberries by Barrel of Monks Brewing, and it's coming in at 5.5% ABV. Now, I don't know anything about Barrel of Monks Brewing Company. Really, I picked it up for the can. It has the breast cancer awareness ribbon on it, and I thought that was a pretty cool thing to actually put on a beer can. And it says, "You chose wisely" on the side of this. And this is brewed in Boca Raton, Florida. So what does it say on the can? It says, "Every year in October, we brew a special batch of the Wizard, adding raspberries to create Witty in Pink. This beer is dry, drinkable, with a faint tartness on the back end. Through the month of October, a portion of the proceeds of this beer sale will go to, be donated to breast cancer research." Okay, so I just bought this beer maybe 4 weeks ago. And I was looking on the born on date. This actually says 9/12/22. So this one's been in the can for a while. And it does say on the bottom, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, it says "fuck cancer," which I agree with entirely. So let's see. I'm not even sure of the style. Like, I don't know what a Witbier ale really is. And honestly, I'm sort of interested to see what this is all about. All right, using my faithful Guinness glass, really just so we can see the color on this. And, you know, as I'm pouring it, the aroma of raspberries are filling the bar. It's definitely a nice pinkish hue to this beer. Little bit of head. The head is white. I just don't think there's any color to it. The beer itself is a nice, a nice pinkish color. The nose, it has the nose of a wheat beer. In fact, that's what I'm getting underneath the raspberries. There's a good amount of carbonation in this as well. Now, 5.5, seeing the lacing, but nothing in the way of legs, really. It just looks like a pretty standard fruit beer. So let's see, most importantly, actually, let me give the nose one more try. Yeah, there's an interesting aroma to it. You're getting some of the raspberries, but it's not as overwhelming as I thought it would be. And honestly, like, I really like raspberries, so I was hoping that this would be actually very raspberry heavy, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting more of that aroma that's sort of like, I guess it's like the breadiness that you would get with a wheat beer. Most importantly though, I'll speculate all night long. What's it taste like? All right, so you know what? This is really, really nice. It's very light. It's very crisp. It's not sweet. There's almost sort of a sour raspberry taste on the back end. There's raspberries all over this, but it's not sort of that sweetness that you get with, like, let's say a Linderman's Framboise. Or, there's no syrupy to this. This goes down very easy. The carbonation actually makes it drink very dry. And there's almost a sour quality to it. It's not a sour beer per se. It's not like, a sour that you would purchase, but instead of the raspberries being cloyingly sweet, there's a nice sort of sour offset to the raspberries that make it really enjoyable, really light, really crisp, and easy to drink. Yeah, I like this. I like that a lot. And it's much different than what I normally go for. I've had UFO's raspberry wheat, and I guess in a way I was sort of expecting that. But that is not what this can is all about. Now, it does say that every year they must have a base beer. This must be a variant where they have a base beer called the Wizard, which I'm going to have to check out as well. But this is nice. This is like, there's a certain dryness to it, a certain sourness to it that, and I'm not a sour person, but this is a very, very refreshing nice drinking beer. Now I want to clarify, am I going to have 2 or 3 of these? Probably not. This is a great beer to offset a meal, like, you know, not quite a dessert beer, but almost like to cleanse the palate, because it does that. The raspberries are there, but they don't linger. They don't, you know, like stick to the inside of your mouth. They're there. You get a whisk, you know, just a faint taste of them as they go down, and it's a little bit more of a sour raspberry than, you know, a sweet raspberry. So it leaves you really with a very nice experience as you drink. The carbonation's spot on, just enough to make sure that the, you know, that the flavor comes through, but not so overwhelming that you're gonna feel like sort of bloated or anything like that. Yeah, this is very nice. After a few sips, this does make your mouth sort of pucker, and it sort of makes you do that thing where your mouth is dry. I like this. This is nice. This is completely different and outside of what I normally drink. So, you know, if you see it out there, again, Barrel of Monks Brewing in Boca Raton, Florida. This is a really solid offering. Again, it is called Witty in Pink, which is really a solid beer. In fact, I'm going to pour the rest of this one. I'm going to enjoy the rest of it, and I'll see you guys next time. If you'd like the video, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comments below. If you have a favorite wheat beer, I'd love to hear it, because, not wheat beer, raspberry beer. I'd love to hear about it, because of all the fruit beers out there, I'm a big blueberry fan, but the raspberries really tend to be awesome when you add them to a beer. So if there's anyone out there that knows of a good raspberry beer, please throw it in the comments. I'd love to hear, and then I'll go look for it and see how it is on the channel. Anyway guys, have a good night. See you next time. Cheers.